Egypt, the source for more ancient archaeological treasures and mind-blowing architectures. They have always been a great inspiration for not only architects but also for researchers. It shows how far the Egyptians had advanced their understanding of architectural design and construction. Many mystery aspects of these architectures make their history and culture more fascinating. The best known examples of ancient Egyptian architecture are the Egyptian pyramids, one of Egypt's busiest tourist hotspots. Wait, is that the only attraction in this desert land? No. Apart from pyramids, the stone-carved structure plays a vital role in Egyptian architecture history, which is 4,500 years old giant limestone statue, the Great Sphinx of Giza. It is located a short distance from the Great Pyramid. Most people get to know a lot about the pyramids, but not much about the Sphinx. Let's spend some time getting to know about the Sphinxes too. The Great Sphinx was eventually forgotten and is continuing to deteriorate due to wind, humidity, and pollution. A sphinx is a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human in a lying position. Egyptians' most admired predator was the lion. Kings' throne and beds made with the inspiration of lions. There were more female lion statues built before the pyramids. With the lion's body and human head, Sphinx represents Rahokti, a form of the powerful sun god, spiritual guardian. During the 18th dynasty, Egyptian rulers worshipped it as an aspect of sun god, calling it Horemheb, which means Horus of the horizon and Horus of the necropolis, the sun god that stands above the horizon. It is a prominent mythological figure in Egyptian, Asian, and Greek mythology. Facing the rising sun, the Great Sphinx is located on the Giza Plateau, about 10 km west of Cairo, on the west bank of Nile River. The Sphinx measures 240 feet long and stands 66 feet high. It makes it the world's largest Sphinx structure, and it is one of the biggest, oldest monoliths in the world. No sculpture or statue of this size and this scale existed in Egypt. The Sphinx differs from other deities in that it has an animal body and human head, whereas most other deities have human bodies and animal heads. Nobody knows its original name. Sphinx is the human-headed lion in ancient Greek mythology. The term likely came into use some 2000 years after the statue was built. Researchers estimate that it would have taken nearly 100 years and 3 years to carve the Great Sphinx. Experts predict that limestone blocks were transported along the Nile River. This giant stone structure has been carved out of a single mass of limestone using stone hammers with ancient building techniques. And these techniques still remain a mystery today. Various shapes of Sphinx are found in Egypt, Greece, Europe, and parts of Southeast Asian countries. In Greece, the shape of the Sphinx is associated with women, but where in Egypt, it is connected with men. The most common and widely accepted theory about the Great Sphinx suggests that it is the face of King Khafre, 4th dynasty Egyptian ruler. It is believed that he is the one who built the Great Sphinx. His kingdom began around 2600 BC and lasted some 500 years. Yet others believe that the Sphinx resembles the King Khafre's father, King Khufu, the one who built the 481-foot tall Great Pyramid, the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in Giza. Hieroglyphic text suggests when Khafre became a pharaoh, he also constructed his own pyramid, about a quarter of a mile behind the Sphinx. Although this monument pyramid appears larger than that of his father, King Khufu, it is actually slightly smaller but was constructed 10 meters higher on plateau. It is believed that the Sphinx is built to guard over the pyramid tombs of Giza. Another argument being against the Sphinx being built by Khafre is that the face is not Khafre's. Researchers thought of creating facial reconstruction to examine the Sphinx and Khafre statue and determine if they bore the same face. After an exhaustive study of both works, they represented two different people. Also claims that the present face is not that of a man, but a woman. Some theories suggest that the face of the Great Sphinx bears more resemblance to Khufu than Khafre, and that observation also led to speculation that Khufu himself built the statue. However, some believe that the Sphinx was built by Khafre's older brother, Redjedef, to honor their father Khufu. Other Egyptologists, scholars, professors, and historians from the outside the field have claimed the Sphinx is much older than the 4th dynasty. But these riddles never got answered. The head of the Sphinx is bigger than the head of the Statue of Liberty. There were long periods of time where the Sphinxes were not seen. For thousands of years, it has been buried up to its shoulder and has been submerged beneath the desert sand for most of its life. In the early 1800s, a Genoese adventurer named Captain Giovanni Battista Caviglia attempted to dig out the statue with a team of 160 men. They could not hold back the sand, which poured into their excavation pits nearly as fast as they could dig it out, and ultimately failed in their attempt. After continued efforts for centuries, in 1930, Egyptian archaeologist Salim Hassan excavated and finally freed the entire statue from its sandy tomb. It was vastly different in appearance to how it is in the present day. Over thousands of years, natural erosion like harsh wind and sand and many other factors blasted the feature away and had destroyed the real outlook of the structure. Efforts have been undertaken to preserve the statue, as the Great Sphinx has greatly deteriorated over the years. Whereas the body has suffered the most erosion, the face has also been damaged and its nose is notably missing. Though some stories claim Napoleon's troops shot off the statue's nose with a cannon when they arrived in Egypt in 1798. 18 CE drawings reveal that the nose was missing long before Napoleon's arrival. Part of the Sphinx's royal comber emblem from its headdresses like those worn by pharaohs and sacred beard have also broken off, the latter of which is now displayed in the British Museum. In 1931, Egyptian government repaired the head of the Sphinx when part of its headdress fell off due to erosion. Restoration efforts have been ongoing since the mid-1900s, some of which failed. Cement was used for repairs, which was incompatible with the natural limestone and so caused additional damage to the structure and altered the facial proportions.